Welcome back everyone, and today I'm gonna review my first classic airliner on this channel. It's gonna be a United Airlines Lockheed L1011-500, the famous Tristar, and without further ado, let's get into this review. In case this is the first review you're watching on my channel, you should know that I rate each model in 4 different categories, which are the box, the mold, the landing gear, and the overall quality of the model, which then gives it a final score out of 10, putting it up on the leaderboards of all models that I have reviewed so far. So let's get started by looking at the box, and NG Models have done a very good job with this box. The design on the front looks very good. Of course, you have an image of the airplane, then some artwork in the colors of the United Sol Bass livery, very 70s style. On the side, another image of the airplane. On the back, basically the same design as on the front. It really reminded me of the old Apple logo with the rainbows, which is also very 70s like. So I really like this. It is fitting for the time frame when this airplane was flying. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. NG Models could still improve the box by putting up some information about the airplane, or maybe have a flap to see the model like Gemini Jets has. Talking point number 2 is going to be the mold, and you can see NG Models have done a pretty good job with this mold. One of the most important parts for me on any mold, of course, is nose. I created another overlay for you to see how the nose shape compares to the real aircraft. And I think the bottom part of the nose could be a little bit more thickened up on the NG Models mold, but other than that, it looks very, very nice. Of course, you have your antennas. The engines look very nice, as well do the wings. Very, very good there. The tail also with number 2 engine looks very nice. Now, there is no detail inside of engine number 2, no fan blades or stuff like that, so that's not quite as nice. I would have loved to see some detail in there too. Then the underneath of the model looks very good. You have 2 more antennas there. One red one and one white one. Everything looks very good there. So the only things I think NG could really improve is maybe a little bit the shape of the nose and the number 2 engine. Add some more detail inside of the engine. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 for that reason. Now that we have reached the halfway point of this review, I would ask you to leave a like if you enjoyed it so far, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more airplane model related content. I'll give you a second to do so. Next up is the gear, an aspect where NG Models usually does very well. You can see main gear and front landing gear have very good detail. Now the main landing gear doors are not correct, they should be shaped a little different. If you want to see what they should actually look like, go and look that up online on Google. The wheels do all roll very nicely, so that's always good. Very solid, 4 out of 5, taking off 1 point for the inaccurate doors. Moving on to the last category, that's of course the quality. NG Models normally does pretty good with that. The livery looks very nice, the colors really pop on this model. Now the font is a little bit off, the E should not be quite as rounded. Look at the thumbnail of this video to see what it should actually look like. Other than that, livery looks very nice, especially if you turn around the model. You can see that there is so much detail painted onto it. It could be painted or printed a little bit thinner to be more realistic, but it is just insane how much detail NG Models printed onto this model. So that looks very, very nice indeed. Yeah, I have to take off 1 point for the inaccurate font, because I think that's quite an important part of the livery, is the font. So 9 out of 10 for the quality of this model. To determine the final rating for this model, it's time to go through every category once again and look at the scores. So for the box we had a 4 out of 5, the mold was a 9 out of 10, gear another 4 out of 5, quality 9 out of 10, giving it a total of 26 out of 30, which gives it a very good rating of 8.5 out of 10. Now, I do not know about you guys, but I personally am very excited to look at the leaderboard and see where this rating puts the model. Now, personally, I think it is a little bit better than the Aero Mexico 787 Quetzalcoatl, so for that reason I'm going to give it position 5 for the moment, P5 for the NG models Untitled L1011. Very good, and if you're interested in watching any of the other reviews that you see on this list, I'm gonna leave a little icon on the top right of the screen for you to go check them out as well. As per usual, I'm gonna give you my personal opinion at the end of this video. Now, usually I do not collect retro airliners, but this one just looked so nice to me. I watched yesterday's airlines review on this exact model on YouTube, and it looked so good to me. I always wanted an L1011 in my collection. Really like this plane, and this model is just stunning. Quality is amazing. Everything looks nice on the model. I'm very happy I bought it. So if you're a retro collector and you just want it because you like the looks of it, definitely go ahead and buy this one. That was it from me with this review. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.